Right, so in this video, I'm buying another car, but this particular car is gonna have quite a significant level of importance on my channel. What I'm doing right now is it's the night before me collecting my car. Tomorrow morning I'm getting I'm doing a 5-hour train journey to Carlisle, which I think is pretty much Scotland, and I live just outside of Luton, so I've got to get a train from my local station down to London and then get one single long train all the way from London up to Carlisle. And the car, which you might have already seen in the thumbnail, is the cheapest one of its kind on eBay, and I haven't actually seen it yet. That was a hell of a journey, man. There's my lift just up there. Really good to meet you, man.
You're not filming me.
Yeah, you're on camera, mate. Right, so I've just bought the car and it is parked literally right there. So I ain't gonna mess around, I'm gonna get straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, well, mainly gentlemen, let me introduce you to my 2004 BMW E46 M3. There it is then, my new car. Now let me take you for a little wander around it. Like, obviously straight away you can see that that arch there is quite badly rotten. That tyre don't look too clever either. Front bumper's like pebble dashed in stone chips, that ain't a good look. And that arch is pretty good, to be fair. Wheels have been painted instead of diamond cut. A lot of people have done that to save money. That's criminal in my opinion. It is a facelift car, so it's 2004, they facelifted them in 2003, which means it's got the LED lights, that's a nice touch. Stock exhaust, there's a bit more rust on that arch there, and so it ain't a tidy car, but the main thing, little things like that could do getting clipped back in. It is a manual car. I'm not actually dead against SMG gearboxes, I think they're actually quite good, but there is a specific reason why I wanted a manual car, and I might not explain that in this video, but I will explain it to you at some point. Now, mileage wise, it's done 135,000 miles. Spec wise ain't that great on spec because it's got some aftermarket Android TV head unit thing. It's quite good actually, but it's not stock. Harman Kardon sound, which is a nice extra, doesn't have heated seats, and it is obviously a convertible car. One thing that is a bit of a bonus for this car is it came with the hard top. I don't actually like using hard tops, they're a pain in the arse in my opinion, but it does look bloody good with a hard top on it, doesn't it? Now let me jump in the car, take a little seat and explain to you why I've bought this car. The reason that I've bought this car, so you're probably thinking, well, it is a bit ropey, it needs a bit of TLC. The real reason why I bought this car is because I wanted a project, and in video 100 of Calvin's Car Diary, I explained that I had an announcement that I wanted to make, and it was actually the fact that I wanted to buy an E46 M3 project car. I then wanted to do it at episode 104. It never happened then, and it's finally happening now. And you're probably wondering, well, Calvin, this ain't too special, is it? Well, it is. It's cool. E46 M3s are probably my most favourite car of all time. I absolutely love them. It is a manual car as well, like I say, which is a nice thing. And convertible isn't my preference, but I don't want to explain too much. What I'm going to be doing is the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the car, show you around the car, explain a little bit about it. But the more exciting part of why I've bought this car is coming in my next video, which will be uploaded on Wednesday at 6 PM. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you need to subscribe, because that video is going to explain, or I'll be going into more detail about the real exciting reason why I've bought this car. Now, I have just driven it a few miles down the road. I'm at Penrith service station, I think, which is, so I drove right up to the border of Scotland near Gretna Green, got off the train at Carlisle, so I'm miles away from home. It's about to get dark, as you can probably see, but the important thing anyway, the thing that I was just making a point of, is I've driven it a good few miles down the road, and the two things that are vital is that the engine and gearbox is alright, so that's kind of a little bit of a hint. We won't go into that, but BMW M3, in my opinion, it is probably the most iconic M car ever made. It's a 3.2 straight six. Again, that's quite an iconic or classical original engine setup in a BMW. Straight six, naturally aspirated. The 3-litre 330 Ci, I think they were 230 bhp, and then this was just a 3.2, so it had 200 cc's more, but this is 343 bhp, so it had a lot more power than like the model below. And character wise, if I take you for a little wander around, wide arches, yeah, front and rear wide arches. I know obviously that one's rotten. The engines in these cars are absolutely bulletproof. They're brilliant. You rarely see an E46 M3 with oil like leakage under the bonnet, so this is a good example of one. Like I say, it's a facelift car. It's got the 19-inch wheels, which was important for me. I really wanted the 19-inch wheels. I do really like the 18-inch wheels, if I'm honest, and that might change later on down the line. But I've got some huge visions for this car. And like I say, if you're not subscribed to my channel, this is going to be a big part of my life for the coming future, alright? Lip spoiler on the back, like I said, it's got the stock exhaust, the facelift rear lights. That hard top is actually going straight on eBay. I want to get rid of that. If anyone wants to buy a hard top for an E46 M3, now's probably the right time of the year to sell it, because we're approaching winter time, so that's going up for sale. If you want to buy that off me, it's going to be about 400 quid, I think that's about the going rate for it. But yeah, whatever they're worth, that's how much I want to sell it for. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me just show you what it sounds like. I've actually had loads of M3s in my life as well. When I was younger, my older brother Leon, who obviously you've seen on my channel before, he had a Y-Reg E46 M3 and I had a Civic Type R. We both treated ourselves to nice cars at the time. He could afford a better car than I could, and it was just like, I absolutely loved that car. But I've just started it there. It's got like a really unique raspy sound to them, which some people don't like, but I love it. Now, this was the cheapest E46 M3 that I could find on eBay. I've been looking for the last good few weeks. I have travelled a hell of a long distance to come by it. I paid, I'm going to tell you what I paid for it. I don't know if, yeah, I'll tell you what I paid for it. I paid £5,250 for this car. The guy put a full tank of fuel in it for me. There was a bit of to-in and throw-in. You know, there was actually quite a few below £6,000 available. I ended up coming all this way to buy this one, and I'm going to sell the hardtop, so I'll be able to cash in a bit on that. So this car after my train ticket, it's going to owe me about £5,000. That's going to become more relevant again in the next video because I'll begin to explain more. So yeah, that's basically the introduction to my E46 M3. The reason why I bought it is like I say, for a project, and it is currently the cheapest one in the country, but it's not categorized as HPI clear, and it ain't actually a horrendous example of one. It actually is quite nice, isn't it? So that's it. I'm going to end it here. I'm massively excited for the future of this car. Like I say, if you are new to my channel, do definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm going to literally go and grab something to eat, jump in the car and do the drive home, and I'm going to talk about what my plans are for this car in the next video immediately. I'm filming that right now, right? So like I say, that's going live on Wednesday at 6 PM. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. If you did like the video, hit like. If you're new, hit subscribe. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @CalvinsCarDiary. Give me a follow @CalvinsCarDiary. Slow down, Cal. Give me a follow there if you're on Instagram, and I'll see you on Wednesday at 6 o'clock with an explanation of what I plan to do with this car. Alright? Bye. In the next episode of Calvin's Car Diary, well, you already know what the next video is. It's a drive home in the M3, where I explain in detail what lengths I intend to go on with this project.